If I could go back to the beginning, to the moment before I knew your name. If I could live every second over, I'd still walk toward you just the same. Maybe I wouldn't know what was coming. Maybe I wouldn't know how we change. But somewhere deep inside my heart, I'd still recognize you through the rain. I remember the first time you smiled, the way you made the whole room disappear. I didn't know it then, but somehow my heart had already brought you near. We started with a simple conversation, a little laughter, a moment in time. But every day I found another reason to leave a piece of my heart in your hands. You became my favorite morning, my safest place at the end of the day. When life was moving far too quickly, your love taught me to slow down and stay. I don't need to change our story, I don't regret the tears we've cried. Every difficult road we traveled made me love you deeper inside. If I could turn the clock backward, if I could rewrite every page, I'd still follow the same road that brought me to your embrace. I would choose you again, in every life, in every world, in every end. I'd find your heart through every crowd, I'd say your name and say it loud. I would choose you again, through every beginning and every then. If time gave me another chance, I'd take your hand and start our dance. I would choose you again, through every sunrise, every rain. If I had to live 1,000 lives, I'd find you every time. We've had moments that weren't easy, words we wish we could take back. There were nights when we felt distant and days when we lost track. But love isn't measured by perfection, it's measured by the choice to stay. It's finding each other after silence and choosing love at the end of the day. I've seen you when you're at your strongest, I've seen you when your heart was tired, and somehow every version of you is the one my heart has always desired. If the years change how we look, if the world takes us somewhere new, I still see that same beautiful soul that made me fall in love with you. And when we're old and sitting together, watching the sunset disappear, I'll whisper all the words I couldn't say and tell you how grateful I am you're here. Because every road was worth walking, every tear was worth the pain, every moment brought me closer to finding you again. I would choose you again, in every life, in every world, in every end. I'd find your heart through every crowd, I'd say your name and say it loud. I would choose you again, through every beginning and every then. If time gave me another chance, I'd take your hand and start our dance. I would choose you again, through every sunrise, every rain. If I had to live 1,000 lives, I'd find you every time. What if the stars gave me 1,000 choices? What if I could see every road ahead? What if I could choose another story, another life, another place instead? I'd still choose the nights we laughed together, I'd still choose the tears we cried. evening comes, I choose every imperfect moment, because you're the one who made me whole. And if forever is too short, then give me another lifetime too, because no matter how many chances I get, my answer will always be you. I would choose you again after every ending, every new beginning. If the whole world started over tonight, I'd still search for your light. I would choose you again when we're young and when we're old, when our hands are full of memories. I still want your hand to hold. I would choose you again every lifetime that could be. And if love is a choice we make, then you're the choice I'll never change. I would choose you again and again and again. No matter where the story ends, I'd find my way back to you. So if I could go back to the beginning, I'd change nothing that brought me here. I'd take every road, I'd face every storm, I'd live every moment just to find you again. I would choose you